What is up, everybody? It's Sam, and we are back with another episode of Pessimistic at Best, the podcast. And I have Aidan on the pod.
Hello, hello.
How are you?
Doing wonderful.
It's been so fun to hang.
I know, I'm like pretending we haven't been yapping this entire time already.
I know.
Like, all right, start over, reset.
Well, it's so funny because so many times, like, I like to do the meal first and hang out a little bit. And James is always like, oh, fuck, save that for the podcast, save that for the podcast.
I know. I'm like, what have I been talking about? Let me get it back.
I know.
I got a couple laughs out of you. I'm like, all right, remember what I said? Bring it back up.
I'm good at reacting to things twice.
Okay.
So don't worry about me. But I feel like James is always like, he's so bad at that. I retell the same like 10 stories.
Same.
I love to do it.
Same. Yeah.
If I know I'm going to get a good reaction, I'm like, yeah, I'm using that one later. And James is always like, I have heard this 1,000 times.
He's over at this point.
Yeah. But I feel like that's, you know, we can't all be entertainers.
No, and I'm not. But
Well, I'm excited to have you on this pod.
me too. It's quite an honor.
I know that we share lots of the same podcast preferences. I've seen you at all the shows.
Yes. Were you at Pat too?
Yeah.
Okay. Kat and then Pat.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, who's next?
No, seriously.
We gotta get them.
They were both so good. I didn't know what to expect about Pat's stand-up because I feel like I had seen Kat's like specials.
Yes.
And I knew that Pat was also like sometimes behind the scenes and he like writes for TV.
Mm-hmm.
So I was curious about his, but he was so unbelievably, like my cheeks hurt so bad leaving that show.
He was hilarious.
So good.
I saw him though like a year before that. He was in Chicago too.
Okay, fine.
And he did review some material, but that's normal and that's fine.
Yeah, totally.
But like, again, I said earlier, I have a problem with memory. So like they were all new to me again. But then we saw him after the show. He came outside and was like talking to me and Colton and Alex. Of course, I like shut down. As soon as like someone
I know
slightly famous is in front of me, I'm like,
Yeah, same. Like I have actually never spoken an English language word in my life.
Never. But he was like, wait, so you could, because I think he saw us in the audience, been like, who was at my show before?
Yeah.
And so then he remembered that we were like right in the front there. He's like, how many jokes were we told? And
funny.
Instead of being like, none, I was like half of them. And I was like, why did I say that? Like, what am I thinking?
You're holding you accountable.
Yeah. Write new material, girl.
Yeah, seriously.
Come on.
Oh, that's
But it was so
funny.
funny. He's hilarious.
He's so good.
Yeah, I'm really like limited with my other podcasts that I listen to. It's like Seek Treatment, Lost Culture.
Yep.
Sometimes I listen to Exploration Live.
Okay.
If you know them, it's like
I have a friend who's into it. I've
Okay.
never listened to an episode, but
it's like the same vein, you know?
yeah. I just love a couple of gals gabbing. That's what I love.
Yes. I used to listen to, oh my God, what was it called? The Morning Breath or The Morning Toast?
The Morning Toast.
It used to be Morning Breath. And then
Okay.
I think they got like, they either like wanted to rebrand because like, ew, Morning Breath.
Sure.
Or it was like, they might have even got like threatened with like litigation.
Oh, shit.
But then they switched to Morning Toast. I remembered the switch.
Yeah.
But I used to listen to them because they were just
Absolutely.
yap the whole time, and I loved it.
I have another friend who's like a toasty, like full on, like is in the group chats. Yeah.
I used to be in a Facebook group called like the Chicago Toasters.
Yeah.
And then I just migrated away
I understand.
onto bigger and better things.
Absolutely. Seek Treatment is probably my favorite all-time podcast. Like,
So
it's
funny.
so good. The chemistry that they have. Also, I'm obsessed with the fact that half the time they're literally not even listening to each other.
No, it's crazy. As a listener,
Crazy.
it's crazy. But they'll say one thing and then the other says unrelated, like
Completely.
as if they were not having a conversation.
I know,
It's so good.
It's so good. Have you ever listened to Ride?
Yes,
I feel
that's
like you would
another one
like
to listen to.
Ride.
Yes,
Yeah.
I need to get better at it because I just love them. They're
I know.
so hilarious.
They're so good. They also have such great chemistry. I went to Ride Live.
Fun.
And I wasn't sure what to expect. I'd never been to like a live podcast.
Uh-huh.
And theirs honestly like wasn't even. They kind of said that they didn't initially want to do like just a podcast episode recording on stage. They wanted to switch it up.
Right.
So they like had kind of a bunch of different bits. There was honestly a ton of like audience engagement, a little too much for my taste. Like I was like, I didn't pay to hear Becky behind me talking so fucking much.
Yeah.
Like I'm paying to hear you guys.
Becky,
Yeah,
enough.
shut the fuck up. But no, it was still so fun. And they like, I feel like they're one of those podcasts where they have all this insider like lingo that their audience starts to learn.
Yes.
And so they have a bit where they bring like straight boyfriends up on stage and like see if they like know any of the lingo.
Yeah.
So that was pretty funny. But I need Kat and Pat to do that. I would love to go to a Seek Treatment live.
I know they used to do it a lot.
Yeah.
And I feel like even on a recent episode they were talking about doing it again.
Okay.
Or they were going to do Seek Culture live. It's like the crossover, like all Bowen, Matt, all four of them do it live. But then apparently Pat was like, I don't want to do that. So they like shut it down. I don't know.
Well, and I feel like now it's a little bit harder because they don't live in the same city.
Yeah.
So it's always on Zoom.
My coastal.
Come on, girl.
I know.
Well, have you always loved podcasts?
Like, yes and no. It's funny because the podcasts that we listen to are so niche and like just talking nonsense, honestly, or like
that's what I love.
They just like talk about their lives, which I love. Yes. But then my mom will be like, oh, I was listening to this podcast about like some like professor from blah, 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 like about the most nonsense topic.
Totally.
And I'm like, okay, we are different podcast people. I forget that podcasts are actually like started as that. It's like NPR vibe.
An
like,
opportunity to learn something.
Yeah. And
mine is brain rot.
Brain rot central.
Yeah.
I don't even have a brain at this point.
No,
it's all rot.
same. It's mush, which is fine. I like it that way.
Smooth brain vibes.
Yeah.
For real.
Yes. Well, I also feel like there are so many people, like I used to kind of just think of podcasts as like the murder mystery energy.
True. Yes, that's definitely how it started. I think that's how I got into it. I was like
so much,
I guess I'll listen to My Favorite Murder. Everyone's talking about it. And then I think it was Colton actually who introduced me to, have you met Colton?
Yeah,
I feel like you have, yes. He introduced me to Seek Treatment and I was
instantly
addicted.
hooked.
Instantly
I know.
addicted, as they used to say.
It just feels like I'm like sitting in the room with them. Like I'm just at the hang.
Yeah.
Which
They're
I
my
love.
friends.
Yeah.
Exactly.
This parasocial relationship.
Yeah, my mom's like, what are you doing? I'm like, just hanging with my friends. They're in my ears.
Well, and now that they got acquired by like HeadGum or whatever, I feel like
for them.
I'm happy for them.
Instead
I feel like
of
the audio
Forever Dog
has
or
been
whatever.
a little bit better.
Yeah. Yes, for sure. There were dark times for a moment where they were doing just because it was like post-pandemic.
Yeah.
It's still post-pandemic. Don't know. But there was like a dark year.
I think so too.
Well, and for a while they didn't even come back. They like took a long break and I was like, well, my life sucks now.
No, like it's empty without you.
If they stop, I think like a piece of me will go away.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever listened to, do you pay attention to like Drag Race culture?
I'm deep in it.
Okay.
So deep.
Do you ever listen to The Bald and Beautiful by Trixie and Katya?
I do. I will like randomly put on an episode. I don't follow it every week, but yes.
Yeah. That's another one where I'm like, I feel like every single business venture that those two go on now is like a joint effort. Mm-hmm. They have such good chemistry. I'm like, they do. You guys are also speaking your own language. I can't keep up.
Yeah. Gay brain rot.
Yeah,
it's so like another level of it.
I love it. I know I haven't been watching this last season of Drag Race, but I feel like I need to. I've been hearing good things.
It was good. Are you talking like the regular one or All Stars?
I'm talking regular.
This is how deep I am in it.
I love it.
I'm like, do you mean like Sweden season 3? No, of course not. I don't know why I love it so much. Well, I know why. It's like, it's drag queens. It's fun.
So good.
I love drag. But I am so deep in it.
Yeah.
I watch the other countries' franchises, which is crazy because they don't even speak English. So put the subtitles on and read, which I struggle with subtitles. I don't know about you.
Oh, same. Reading comprehension at our big age? No.
Impossible.
Well,
first I can't hear. So I need them on and then I have to read them and I'm like,
I know.
You're just asking too much of me at this point.
I completely agree.
But that's what I like. I need the pretty colors in front of me. I need to see the TV.
Yeah. Well, on Drag Race, I feel like it's so fun to see how other, cultures do drag.
Yeah.
Because it is different.
It is different, yes. Like different humor, different costumes, not costumes, like outfits.
Yeah. So good.
But the most recent season was good. And
have you ever met any of the drag queens? I feel like they come through Chicago all the time.
Funny story, actually. They do. The only time I met one, they do like RuPaul's Drag Race live, and they like go on a tour with like a bunch of the famous ones.
That's so fun.
And they did all come through Chicago once. This was like when I was like, I think I was like 21. I was like baby. I was fresh onto the scene. Might have even been before it was allowed to be in the bar. Don't know, but do you know Vanjie?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yes. So me, Mark Kohler, we and some others, we were just out in Boys Town. I think we decided to go into Scarlet, which I never go into Scarlet because it's so tiny in there. It's impossible.
It is small.
The line is down the block every time.
Always.
So I'm not there. But for some reason, we ended up there that night, and we got in there, and then we saw like they were out of drag because I think they had a show and then they were done, or maybe it was the day before or after. Who knows?
Yeah.
But it was Naomi and Vanjie and some others, and they were in the back, and Mark and I were like, we have to go say hi. I think I was the annoying one. It's like, we have to go.
Yeah.
I was so drunk at this point. Like, I definitely should not have been like interacting with them. Like, I barely even like remember this stuff, but they were talking to people, and like I was just like awkwardly lingering, like, my turn. Hi.
It's me.
And then they finally like, I think the bar actually at like 2 a.m. hit, and they like the lights went on and everyone had to leave. So like I didn't get to say hi, but they saw me lingering enough. And then me and Mark left. We're walking down the street and we realized like, oh wait, actually let's go back the other way. And by the time we were coming back the other way, they had come out. So then we were like coming towards each other.
Crazy.
And I just went to be like, hi to Vanjie. She hits me in the balls. Like, like just literally like boom. And I was like, oh my God. And then like that, they are down the block still going.
That is insane.
And I was like, what just happened? I like to say it was a love tap.
Yeah.
Like, it was not malice. No, like we were friends in that moment. We were close.
That is
like,
insane.
I think it was just like, I saw you here. But I was like, what just happened?
No, literally. Oh my God, I'm obsessed with that.
And that's the one time I met.
That is so crazy.
Don't meet your stars.
Oh, seriously, they might just hit you in the balls.
They might just hit you in the balls. For real.
Well, James and I went to I can't remember if it was a Bald and the Beautiful tour. It was maybe just Trixie and Katya live.
Okay.
Because it was like very much half play, half comedy. It was a little bit of everything. Those multi-talented girls. And it was in Milwaukee. So we went to Tits afterwards, the gay bar that Trixie owns.
Yes.
Because I was like, the odds are that they will come here afterwards.
Right.
And they fully did. Trixie was still in drag, and Katya was at this point just Brian.
Bald. Yeah. Bald Brian. Yeah.
Yes. But yeah, I was like not drunk enough to go up and say something, and they had kind of like a little entourage, so I was like, I'm gonna keep my distance, but like at least we're sharing space.
Yeah, we are in the same space.
We're breathing the same air.
Yes, that's all that matters.
Because I'm like you, I feel like either I black out and shut down, or I'm like saying insane things. There's really no in between. I can't play it cool.
Well, and then it's like those together. It's like you're saying insane things, then you black out, and you're like, what did just happen? I don't know.
In fact, it's none of our business.
It's not my business to know what I just said ever.
No.
30 minutes ago, don't know.
No,
don't
like,
care.
actually, don't tell me.
Actually, please
Ignorance
don't.
is bliss.
Yes. Well, that's the scary thing about this. It's recorded. So whatever I say, it's coming back.
Well, the good thing about this is James edits it. So truly, we can trim everything.
Perfect.
I think it was Kyle's Kate recently. She was dressed as one of the founding fathers, and I can't remember which one.
I saw that.
John Adams, maybe.
They all look the same.
She was like, I think she also put this maybe on her Instagram stories, but she was like, if like a founding father came back like today, like what would be the first thing you would show them? And her answer was Drag Race.
Oh my God. And like show a drag queen in what they wear, like in founding fathers drag.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, what would I show them?
I feel like I would show them the Wisconsin Dells. Have you ever been?
I have been. That is amazing.
The water park capital of the world.
I feel like it's like a cesspool of germs there though, and you would show them and they'd probably die.
No,
it's
I know.
like this would kill a Victorian child
risk.
energy.
Yeah.
It's like they are at risk.
Yeah.
They have not quite built up the immunity yet.
No.
Oh my God, what? I don't even know what I would show
They would
them,
also
but that's a
probably,
great answer.
Contaminate everything. I feel like they weren't bathing the way that we need to be bathing.
Nasty girls. Yeah. It's like, don't they say that about history? It's like the Native Americans had to show the Europeans how to like wash themselves.
Of course.
Gosh, why are we like this?
I know. Get it together.
Yeah, they were definitely not taking care of themselves.
No, that's why they had like fake teeth and all the things.
Wooden teeth.
So crazy.
No.
Well, I am incredibly excited to get into our good, bad, ugly, but I don't think we're ready yet.
No, not yet. We have to tease a little bit.
We have to tease it.
Yes.
But I know that you have several.
I do. I literally have a notes app.
So I am feeling like maybe
I could just
we do
come
it.
up with a topic.
Yeah, let's do it.
It doesn't even have to be good, bad, ugly yet.
Okay.
Well, one thing I was realizing as I was like coming up with this list is I've always thought I'm like a type B person.
Mm-hmm.
I've always wanted to be like the chill, cool girl.
Yeah. Don't we all?
Yeah. And like I always thought that growing up, I'm like, okay, I'm like so low maintenance. I've come like as I'm making a list 5 days in advance of a podcast of like all these things, like, okay, maybe I am type A.
No, I know.
And now I'm getting all these TikToks of like type A friend versus type B friend. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm that one.
I feel like it comes out for me in different ways. I would say I'm type A at work.
Yes.
And I am type A if I'm planning a trip.
You have to be.
You really do.
I get stressed out with type B people on a trip.
I know.
We can get into that. That's a whole thing.
Well, because like I need a plan. I want to at least have some semblance of a plan. I don't care if we stick to it word for word.
Yeah.
But I want us to have ideas. I don't want to be winging it.
No. Yeah, I need to know what we're doing.
Yeah.
I need to know what outfits to pack.
Exactly.
You can't just like not know.
No, you can. That's setting everyone up for failure.
One of my best friends, she's like so aggressively type B, and I think we balance each other out in that way.
Yeah, that's always good.
But like, yeah.
The yin to your yang.
If we go on a trip, she'll be like, because I don't know, I just like set these schedules in my head of like, well, we have to do this by this time and this by this time. No one's putting me on the schedule. It's like my own brain is doing it and I don't even mean to. And she'll just be like, oh, we've got like, we're fine. Let's just like grab a drink. I'm like, the show starts in 10 minutes.
I know.
We have to, the plane's boarding.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
So type B people, I love them, but they stress me out a little bit.
I know. I admire how relaxed they can be, but sometimes I'm like a little pep in the step would be appreciated.
I know. We can learn things from each other.
Yeah. Right.
Like I need to learn how to chill out sometimes.
Yeah. Well, and then I feel like I'm type B in other ways. I keep seeing there was like a trend on TikTok for a while of like, I'm the type B friend, like because I got blacked out and like lost my keys or like whatever it is, you know, like here's a funny story. And I'm like, I definitely have tendencies that way. Maybe everyone, if you're drinking, you are sort of type B. But I feel like my favorite thing ever to do is like to leave my credit card at the bar. I used to lose all my important belongings. Phone, keys, wallet, they're gone.
Same.
Which was honestly a dark era for me. I feel like that was all of college and I've gotten a lot better, but every once in a while I'll slip back into old habits.
Yes.
So you gotta be careful.
Old habits die hard, girl.
I know they really do.
I know. I always like, yeah, it's not every time now. It's like once in a blue moon, but I'm like, oh, I left my card. Or
no, it's the worst.
Where are my keys? The panic the next morning when you're like, where's my wallet? Where's my this, that? I've never lost a phone. I've had a phone stolen.
Oh, that sucks.
Which is, it was when I was in Madrid.
Yeah.
Studying abroad. I put it in the back pocket once. I never did it because I was like, I'm not going to be that girl that gets their phone stolen. Here I go. Whoopsie. I put it in my back pocket for 2 seconds. And they were like, perfect.
I know. Snatch.
But yeah, I've never lost a phone. I've only gotten it stolen.
I don't know how
So, like,
I lose my phone because I feel like I'm constantly on it. Like, hello, I'm literally glued to that thing 24/7.
I'm aware of it. No matter where, I know where it is.
There was one time specifically in college where I lost my phone. We were all out with a bunch of friends. I lost my phone, and I remember only finding this out because whoever found it posted on my Snapchat story of like, hey, we have your phone. And I was like...
Oh, wait, did you log in on someone else's? Or like,
I think it was just like posted to my story, and one of my friends was like, Sam?
Oh, okay, makes sense.
And so then a friend and I went to go get it. They were honestly just down the street. It was on like...
Shout out to that person.
Yeah. No, like, thank you.
Thank you for being normal.
And so then we went to go get my phone. And then, of course, all my friends like left where we had been. So by the time that we got my phone and got back, I was like, okay, everybody's gone. We got in an Uber to go to the next location. And
That'll
at this point, I think that is when I lost my keys and maybe my wallet. I don't remember. And then the next day, it was actually right before my study abroad. So I had also, of course, lost my passport at some point. And I had an appointment the next morning to get like a fast passport or whatever.
Right.
To get it redone. And so I had to like drive out to like Lodi, Wisconsin. I believe I was going to like a USPS location to get my photo taken and do all these things. But now I had lost like all my forms of identification. And
You're
so
like,
my mom is like so unbelievably mad at me. She's like, how could you be this irresponsible? Like, you knew you needed to get your passport redone today. And I just remember like running around that morning. James was with me. We're like trying to like put back the pieces of my life.
Yeah.
Trying to find all my belongings scattered throughout Madison.
You really lost every single one.
No, like all of them. It was so crazy. And then I remember, I think still to this day, that's my passport photo. I'm like sobbing in my passport photo.
Oh my gosh. We need a picture of that later.
No, literally. And I like brought every form of ID I could think of. Like I brought like my high school ID, like mail from my parents' house, because I did not have my...
You better be safe than sorry. Get it all.
Know. And then I just remember...
It's like a kindergarten drawing. You're like, this is me.
Yeah.
Like when you're 6 years old.
Yeah.
You're like, does this work?
Literally. And then I just remember like calling my Uber driver and like praying that he had my stuff. And he was like, yeah, you can meet me at my day job. And I was like, okay, let's do that. We pull up. I see his car. So I like look inside. My things were just in the back seat.
Chilling.
And he was like, I'm almost there. And he drives up in a garbage truck and like jumps down, hands me my things. And I was like, okay. This is probably not your usual route.
Yeah.
Like, my bad.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
My day job. I love that he didn't like throw in where he's just pulling up in a garbage truck.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Which I was like, thank you for making a pit
You're like,
stop.
nice ride.
No, seriously. Can I go for a joyride, please?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That was a rough day. That was when I was kind of like, you need
had
to
like
clean
an
up your act,
accidental
girl.
scavenger hunt.
No, literally.
Like you wake up, X marks the spot. You have to find everything.
Yeah. It was honestly madness. But there's no better feeling on those nights when you do lose something, when you finally find it.
Yes. It's like serotonin. It's endorphins, like weight off your shoulders.
Yes.
It's something.
It's like honestly such a high.
It is. You know what's so funny is when I lose something, this is like Catholic culture ingrained in me so deeply.
I can relate. Yes.
I went to like a private grade school from kindergarten to 8th grade.
So did James.
Love it. But whenever we would lose something growing up, my mom would always say like, pray to Saint Anthony. He's
my
the
grandma's
saint
big on that.
of lost things.
Mm-hmm.
And like low key it works.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I guess I'm a believer right now. So I'll just start like praying to Saint Anthony when I lose my keys or anything. And I'm like, Aidan, what am I doing? But it works.
No, I love it. Sometimes it is important to be able to cherry pick.
Yes.
Yeah.
Religion. Experience. Hey, if the Republicans are going to do it with the Bible, I'm going to do it with who I pray to randomly.
Absolutely.
It's like when like you're flying and like there's turbulence, you're like, God, save me right now.
No, straight up.
You're like, I promise I'm going to pray more.
Why is flying so scary?
Let's get into it. I have to fly all the time for work now, which is like a battle of its own. Oh my God. We can talk about so much with flying. I have so many things to say there, but I don't like it. I always get scared. As soon as it takes off, I'm like, I have to lock in for a little bit.
Absolutely. I find it best if I actually can fall asleep before we go, because then you can kind of, you don't have to think about what's happening to you. Yeah.
I've gotten so much better at falling asleep on planes because I have to fly all the time now, but for a while I could not for the life of me. Like, I struggle with sleeping vertical. Like I need
same.
Something about me needs to be horizontal. Even like if it's a slight tilt to my head, then I can sleep. But people that can like just pass out, impressive. Good for them.
Well, James can still fit like if you bring down the thing and like sleep.
Oh,
like he can still fit on
love that.
And I'm like, I wish
my neck. Hello, that would actually break me.
I know.
I like slept weird last night, and I'm like, great.
I know. You can tell we're getting old because that will ruin your day.
I swear, the second I turned 26, I was like, well, my back hurts.
Yeah, we're fucked.
Everything started happening to me. We are fucked.
We're just like slowly decomposing. Yeah, crazy. Falling apart.
I need to like stretch more. That's the thing. I think if I just did mobility stuff, I'd feel so much better. I
do feel a lot better when I'm doing like yoga. Or something. It really feels so good.
Yes.
But then I'm also, I have such a hard time. Like we were talking about tricking yourselves into like working out. I haven't found something that works for me.
No, me neither. The only reason, so I worked out this morning, and it's truly
good for you.
Yay. Yeah. Pause, hold for applause.
Seriously.
The only reason I worked out today is because, as I was telling you, I have to do Halloween costume later.
Yes.
And gonna be in a skimpy outfit.
Totally.
And I'm like, well, great. People are gonna be looking at me and perceiving me. So let me go to the gym and work out. Nothing's gonna change in this 1 hour workout, but I will feel more sane in my head.
Yeah, it does. Sometimes it is just a mental game.
It is.
Yeah.
But I'm like, that's probably not healthy. The only way I'm tricked into going to the gym is when I know people are going to look at me.
Yeah. Hey, whatever works.
Yeah.
For health and wellness.
Whatever works.
But I think, okay, when I think about planes too, it is actually interesting living now somewhere where we are so close to like a major airport.
Yes.
Madison has one. I don't know what it is. I just feel like I really wasn't seeing planes in Madison the way that I see them here. But like sometimes when they're getting so low to the ground, like almost about to land at O'Hare.
Yes.
And I'm like coming in on the highway or something. I'm seeing that plane and I'm like, how are there hundreds of people in there right now? Like that is so crazy.
It is crazy.
I feel like for me too, I'm like, it doesn't, I don't know that much about how we actually get up into the air, but
And
frankly,
I
it is
don't want to know. Again, ignorance is bliss. We do not need to know.
Yeah, I can't think about it. Flying
or like the
doesn't seem
fact
right.
that it stays in the air.
Yeah.
Like I know there's fuel or whatever, but I'm like,
Makes no
that
sense.
is not real.
No, it's not. That's magic.
I did see this one TikTok once that made me feel so much better about turbulence. They were saying like, think of when you're in the air, like all the different air pressures and everything. It's kind of like something being suspended in Jello. Like if you put something in Jello and you shake it, like everything's kind of shaking, but like the thing in the middle actually is not moving.
Okay.
And that's what happens with air pressure and turbulence. Like why it feels like shaking. There's actually no possible way for you to just like fall out of the sky.
Okay.
Which made me feel so much better.
That
so
is
now
better.
anytime the plane shakes, I'm like, I'm Jello.
Yeah.
It's like everything's okay.
That's like, did you ever play Jello when you were like riding in a car?
Wait, what is that? That sounds so familiar.
It would be like all of you in the back seat, and like if you're taking a turn,
Yes,
like your like
okay,
bodies
yes.
all next to you.
Did I play that? Yes.
Yeah.
There's so many like car games when you grow up.
Oh my god.
Did
so
you ever
many.
the one where you like hit the ceiling and say padiddle?
Yes.
When you see like one of the headlights is out, always did that.
Or like punch buggy, no punch back.
Buggy. Excuses for my sisters to absolutely like
Totally.
knock me out.
I feel like it was a little bit harder for me to play those as an only child, where I'm like trying to get my parents
You're
to
punching
do it.
yourself. You're like,
Yeah.
punch buggy.
Yeah.
Play with me, someone.
No, like somebody, anybody,
Anyone.
But I also feel like we would play. Well, and I feel like that's so Midwestern of like we were always going on road trips.
Yes.
If the drive was under like, or I should even say, if the drive was under like, I don't know, probably like 10 hours, we were driving.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My grandparents used to live in Missouri, Branson, Missouri, which is like the furthest away corner of Missouri you could go.
Yeah.
And it was a 9-hour drive, and we used to do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
I would never do that now.
No.
I love to get on an airplane. And I don't even like flying, but I love the convenience.
Yeah. Absolutely. But then sometimes when it's like the door-to-door time is the same because like,
yeah, that's so true.
You have to get in an Uber. The airport is slow. It takes forever. And then you're like, well, but I flew.
I know. I feel like that for me is like Minneapolis. It is the perfectly wrong distance. There is no good way to get there.
No, and you have to drive through bumfuck Wisconsin, where you're like scared if my car breaks down. I'm trapped in like between Eau Claire and wherever.
I know, and surrounded by Republicans.
Yeah,
scary,
terrifying.
And I also just feel like it's like, okay, 6 hours or something from Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of a long drive. So the drive is boring and long, not very fun, but it probably would take you that exact amount of time if you fly from door to door.
Yeah.
And then they also have like that new train, which I'm like, that's idle like time.
High speed rail.
It's not high speed.
Okay, yeah, but America can't do high speed.
It is incredibly slow speed.
Yeah, it's like enjoy the scenery.
Yeah, and I'm like, at that point, I might as well drive, so I'm at least in control of my own schedule.
Yeah.
But I also hate driving.
We can't win with transportation.
No.
Like nothing's gonna work
teleport.
for us.
That's what I need.
Yeah. Whatever they did in Harry Potter when they like.
Yes.
I need that.
Same.
I need that now.
Are you a Harry Potter stan?
I am.
Okay, love that about you.
I love Harry Potter. I didn't. Okay, I like think I've read some of the books, but the funny story is, my dad used to read them to me every night, which was so cute. Now that I like look back, I'm like, that was nice of you for doing that. But he would like, I would like go in my parents' room growing up, and he would just like sit on the chair, and I would lay in their bed, and he would read Harry Potter to me until I like fell asleep, and then he would carry me to my bed.
Oh, that is so cute.
That is so sweet. I love that. But then I had a realization like a couple years back. I'm like, have I actually read the books, or did I just like audiobook them half asleep
via my father?
Via my father this whole time.
Wait, that's funny.
So I know I've like actually read the first two because I started on the journey and then I'm bad at finishing things,
And
so
then
I
shit
did.
happens.
It should happen, you know.
I'm so bad at reading. I wish I was better at it. I've actually never read the Harry Potter books. Of course, I've seen all the movies.
Yes, love the movies.
I did a rewatch within the last like year of all of them. I love the first one so much more. I just love when they're kids.
Yeah,
it's so fun.
It's so cute.
Well, and is it like the last? Maybe it's just the last movie. Like they're like barely even at Hogwarts.
Yeah, they're like out fighting evil.
Yeah.
I know.
like it when they're in school.
It's like not as much about like the school and learning.
Yeah.
It's like kill Voldemort now.
Yeah. But I feel like I need to give the books. I need to give them all a read at some point in my life. That's definitely like life is long. We have time.
Yes. I mean, we don't support JK, but
I know.
But like,
I love how
kudos,
vocal
girl. You
they are.
wrote that. You did that, girl.
Yeah. At least she did one good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's really tearing herself a new one.
She is.
She's so fucking embarrassing.
She needs to pack it up.
I know. Shut your mouth.
Does
Delete
she
your
not
Twitter.
have a publicist? I'm like, who is telling you to say these things?
I know.
She's like, haha, send tweet. No, don't.
Nobody has your back, girl.
No. Ugh.
I do love how vocal they are in not supporting that.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like every single character from the film has been like, hey, don't
that's crazy,
stand for
by
that.
the way.
Yeah.
We're not like that.
No, we're actually separating ourselves. Yeah. I know. It's actually so interesting too. I feel like it's so hard if you're like Harry Potter to remove yourself from like Daniel Radcliffe. Like he's just Harry Potter to me.
Yeah, and he always will be.
Yeah.
Honestly, all of those characters.
I know.
That's the cross they bear, you know?
So
like,
true.
He's actually done a good job though. Like he's like on Broadway, he's doing things, but he's always going to be
I know.
Harry.
Broadway is a good transition. That makes sense.
He's always the boy who lived.
Yeah.
Come to die.
Seriously?
That's always what it's going to be.
You can't shed that label.
No.
I feel like that was something did you ever watch all the Twilight?
Yes.
Okay. Classic.
I didn't read the books, so I'm like flip-flop there.
Okay.
Well,
I read those.
Not flip-flop because Harry Potter, I did both, but I did not read them. I should. Stephanie Meyer.
I have. Yeah,
shout out. Wait.
No, I have like
I'm going to leave with like
section.
all four of them. I'm like, I'll be back later.
I'm obsessed with them, and I'm doing my Twilight rewatch right now. I feel like every fall, it's time.
Yes.
For those movies, but every year I'm like, these are so bad, but they're so good.
Mm-hmm.
But they were another one
they're
where
cringe,
I was
but
like,
we love them.
Mm-hmm.
They're canon.
No,
really, they are
a
part of
canon event.
Yes.
They are a part of the fabric of my life.
It is like a piece of me.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But I think that was another one where I think they had a hard time kind of shedding that label for a while. Like, you are Edward Cullen.
Yes. I feel like theirs isn't as deep as Harry Potter. Like
the fandom for Harry Potter, I think, is stronger.
Yes. Like Kristen Stewart, like she's...
Yeah. I think it's so interesting because they both kind of had to do like obscure movies afterwards to kind of distance themselves. But like, I feel like Taylor Lautner never made it out alive.
Oh, poor guy. Yeah. I know. What is he up to now?
He's married also to someone named Taylor.
God.
I don't think I could ever marry someone with my same name.
With my same name. That would be so scary.
I know. My mom.
Imagine like someone's trying to talk to you and they just say it. You're both looking. You're both like, hello.
It would be exhausting.
That's too much.
The sun is kind of attacking you.
I know.
I'm sorry.
I'm just like, don't know which is the best. Yeah. Okay, here it is. I found the angle. I'll just like lean back a little bit.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, there's a couple. I think maybe only one of them is in my mom's book club, but my mom has two friends, a married couple. They're both named Heather. I'm like, that is so crazy. What? You couldn't find anybody else.
Wait, are they both women?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like,
gorgeous lesbian couple, but
not me being heteronormative. I'm like, wait, man named Heather, crazy. My brain was breaking at like the concept of that. I'm like, what?
And I'm like, I just feel like somebody's got to be going by a nickname at that point.
Yes. Yeah, I remember a kid in my grade school growing up. He had two parents, and they were both named Terry, but it was
right. Like, what are the odds?
Terry and Teri.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, you guys are kooky with it a little bit. Same name, different spelling.
Oh my god, I'm loving that. Yeah, for a little while, I think that so because my full name is obviously Samantha.
Yes.
And I have never really identified as a Sammy.
Okay. Yeah.
That didn't feel like me, but I feel like it was because of the spelling. I was like, I'm not Sammy, but I'm definitely not Sammi.
No. Or IE.
Right. Like, no.
I like Sam. Sam's just like,
Sam is easy,
right to
crisp.
it, fun. Yes. Short and sweet.
Yeah. Do you know what your name would have been if you were a girl?
Yes, actually. It's wild. Okay. I have to start with what my sisters' names are.
Okay.
So I have two older sisters. one is Carly Marissa.
Okay.
And the other one is Lindsay Melissa.
Okay.
So my parents, they were on what they were doing. Love it. And so like both of their names are like Carly, Lindsay. It ends with that sort of like
the Y
intonation
sound.
a little bit.
Yes.
And so if I was a girl, they were gonna name me Molly Larissa.
Oh my god. Oh my god, that is so crazy.
Wait, that should be my drag name.
Wait, that's so good.
Welcome to the stage, Molly Larissa.
I'm obsessed.
It's kind of like my personality.
That's so funny. Were they just sort
so
of
different
loving
from
that
Aidan?
bit?
So different from Aidan, by the way. Like we're like complete left turn.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where it came from, but I love that bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So
like
good.
they just wanted it.
That's so good.
Well, and so then they go Aidan Marcus. That's my middle name.
Okay, so yeah, there was no fitting you into that.
No, but they kept up the kookiness because my middle name is spelled Marquess.
Oh my goodness.
What?
I didn't even know that was an option.
Right? That's like Spanish or French or something. Yeah. I'm like, none of which we are.
Right.
Like, not my Polish ass
adding a little
parents.
zest to it.
Yeah. And that's why I'm gay. Like, they added too much zest. Keep it out.
That's so funny. Well, I feel like everyone assumes that I would have still been like Sam. Like I would have been like a Samuel.
Oh, yeah. But no.
But I believe it was Alexander. It was either that or Andrew. I know it was an A name.
Love.
But my parents kind of fucked me up with my middle name too, because my mom kept her maiden name.
Okay.
So Christine Eckner, and then my dad is Jeff Georgeson. And I feel like my mom is just
Jeff George. I love that.
Jeff George. I feel like my mom is just like feminist through and through. So she was like, I want my name in there somewhere.
Yes.
But they still wanted to give me a middle name. So my full name is Samantha Haley. I basically have two middle names.
Okay, yeah.
Samantha Haley Eckner Georgeson.
Love.
Which is a mouthful.
Yeah, but a great mouthful.
And when I first went to college, UW-Madison was like, you don't exist. You're not a real person. We can't find you. And so you can't come to this school.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, what the fuck? And apparently,
again, you're pulling out the kindergarten.
Yeah,
this is me. Here's my name.
Yeah, can't you see the resemblance? And my middle name, like my license, you know how like on your driver's license the first letter is supposed to be your last name?
Yes.
I didn't know that, and mine was always an E. But that's supposed to be a middle name. It's not like a hyphenated last name, and it was E for Eckner. But then my birth certificate had it as part of my middle name.
Oh my gosh.
So it was like wrong on all these different forms of identification. And so I ended up having to go through this insanely long and horrific process to like get my name changed.
Oh my gosh.
Before I could go to college.
That is wild.
I know.
So did you get like all four?
Yes,
official,
yes.
all the documents. Okay, good.
And now my license starts with a G, as it apparently was always supposed to.
Wait, I don't know if my license is like that.
Oh, really? Maybe it's just a Wisconsin thing.
Okay, yeah. Illinois. Oops.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, so my license expired when I turned 26. Still have not gotten a new one.
Oopsie.
But it's like, this is my gripe with it. They make it so hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And here, let me tell you. For certain people, you can like just go online and be like, boop, press a button, and they send the new one to you.
Yeah.
But because I got a ticket once, oops, I have to retake a written test. Like I'm 16 years old again. Yes.
Every time?
I don't know if it's every time, but like you have to like search up your license number, and then it like tells you what to do. And mine's like, you have to take a test and a vision test, I think, because I have contacts. Sorry. The world's work. I know. But then you go on the website because you need an appointment to take the test, apparently.
Of course.
And you go on and you try to filter for like locations. Only certain ones of them do the written test.
Right.
And of course, none are near Chicago.
Right.
And then you try to make an appointment, and they don't let you like book far out. You can only book like a week in advance. So it's only showing me like Tuesday at 11:20 a.m. And I'm like, I'm working. Yeah. I cannot make that happen. So at this point, I'm like, I don't know if I'll ever have a license again. I don't know how to make this happen. I have to like take off at work, maybe.
Of course, they won't make it easy for you.
Well, and then also it's like, how do I get to the DMV with is that right? Am I about to break the law? Maybe.
I know, that's so true.
Or do I have to get a ride?
Well,
I would never break the law.
Yeah. No, seriously,
put it on the record.
On the record.
On the record.
I think for me, the reason I haven't gotten an Illinois one is for that kind of same reason. It was
Illinois makes things hard.
There were steps and steps and steps, and the Wisconsin version was just pressing the button and having them send you one. And I don't drive here often enough.
You get a license. You get a license.
Yeah, literally handing them out. I don't drive often enough that I feel like I think it is technically illegal if I live here. I don't know. There are rules.
Oh, I don't know them.
James has an Illinois license now.
Okay.
But he's the only car owner. And I'm like, I don't even really want to get behind the wheel if I can avoid it. So
driving's scary.
It is scary. It is not easy.
Do you ever you don't like to drive, but
really
do you ever dissociate and then you come to and you're
for
like,
sure.
Wait,
where the fuck am I?
I was just driving that entire time and I don't know what I was even doing.
Yeah. Well, and I used to drive all the time in Madison. And I feel like it would especially be like any route that I have to do all the time, like a commute home from work or something. Like I literally black out for the whole thing.
Exactly.
It's crazy.
No, for real. And that's why we fly.
Seriously. Which we hate too. There's just no winning.
There's no winning. Oh.
Well, should we now get into your good, bad, ugly?
Yes, because this is kind of teeing up, I think, one of mine. I haven't decided if it's bad or ugly yet, but it has to do with the flying.
There's definitely some overlap there.
Let me get my phone out because I honestly don't even remember.
I love it. Well, we can start with your good.
Okay. We're starting with the good. Okay.
We got to get that out of the way.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Taco Bell.
Oh my God, amazing.
Okay, here's why.
I can't wait.
I was just thinking of all the good things in my life. As one does. I'm like journaling. I'm like, okay, friends, family. I'm crossing them out. I'm like, no. I'm like, Taco Bell. Circle 3 times. That is what I want to talk about. I just love it so much.
No, you are
What are your thoughts before I even digress?
Taco Bell.
It's the best. It's truly the best. I don't know. I did not discover it until later in life.
Kind of same. My family was never a Taco Bell family.
No. My dad called it Taco Hell.
Oh, okay. He really told them.
Yeah. So I was like, I can't go there.
Well, because my family wasn't a huge fast food family in general, but I feel like if we were, it was always McDonald's.
Yes. My mom loves their Diet Coke.
Yeah. My mom used to work at McDonald's.
Oh my God.
So
love that.
She's loyal. She's brand loyalist.
Yes.
And yeah, for some reason, I feel like that was back in the days too, where everyone was like, Taco Bell has dog food in it. It's garbage, doo-doo ass.
Pretty good dog food, if I must say so myself.
Yeah, it turns out the dogs know what the fuck is up because it's delicious. Well, and then I discovered a Crunchwrap Supreme and my life has been forever changed.
Yeah, it's like something was unlocked.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, I didn't discover it until college when my friend brought me there under some influence. And I was like, oh. It was like the pearly gates had opened. I was like,
absolutely.
What is in my mouth? This is delicious. Because I always thought it was gross because I was like, I'll just eat real Mexican food.
Yeah.
But they got the ingredients. They have the secret recipe. Something's right.
They have a special touch.
Well, and also why I love it is because there's so many veggie things you can do there.
Mm-hmm. So true. That's so true.
Apparently, I probably saw it on TikTok. So grain of salt, but someone said it's the most vegan, vegetarian friendly fast food restaurant
place. I think I actually have seen that too. Yeah, because
everything else is burgers or chicken,
right? Very meat forward.
They do have a Taco Bell, but they also have a full veggie menu, which is so fun for me to play with. I'm like, which one today?
True.
Yeah.
No, Taco Bell is amazing. In Madison, we got a Taco Bell and there was a huge petition. So it was on State Street, which is our main drag.
Yeah.
And for them to get an alcohol license and become a cantina.
Yes.
And so that was a huge thing, which also I feel dangerous game for that to be on the UW Madison campus. But it really changed everyone's lives for the better. Love it in there. The place is so crazy. The lines at the end of the night.
The energy is electric.
Really. Yeah. And recently, my favorite thing to do is try to order my food when I'm on my way home so that it will beat me.
Love an order ahead. Yes.
Yes. Because that's really on self-care, on looking out for yourself.
Yes. Yep.
And I was coming home from a night out. It was actually just last weekend. James went back early and I stayed out. And I was like, hey, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going to get my little Taco Bell. James is going to be asleep, so I'm going to have to probably eat it quiet. So I'm having my silent Taco Bell in the kitchen, completely alone, so drunk. And for some reason, when I was placing my order, I was like, today is the right day to try a Doritos Locos taco.
Every
and
day
I
is
had
the right
never
day to
had
try
one.
that.
And first of all, they are perfectly shaped. I do not know how they are forming them to this like very interesting.
And I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
Holy shit, so good.
What is it? I don't know. It tastes so good.
It's so good, and I don't.
That's the first thing I had at Taco Bell,
Is
actually.
it?
Yeah, because I was like,
Okay,
everyone
you're doing
talks
it
about
right.
this. I got to try it.
Yeah.
I wish they had the Cool Ranch one still, because I never got to try that.
Oh, I didn't know that was an option.
It was like a special time deal thing.
That's like, you're really, you know how to win us over.
Yeah.
Cool Ranch Doritos
Yes.
are incredible.
Oh, they're everything.
God's best invention.
Yeah. When you get the one that's like loaded up with the seasoning.
Spicy.
Yeah, you get like the mother chip.
Yes. Oh my God. Okay. Well, I'm loving that you love Taco Bell so much.
I love Taco Bell so much. And you want to know the saddest, but also the best thing?
Yes.
Is that recently in my life, okay, so I have the app, you know, I'm a loyalty member.
Yes. Okay. So good. You got to get your point.
Yes, got to get the points. But recently I reached lifetime fire status.
Holy shit. Okay. So I'm in the presence of a celebrity.
Yeah, celebrity here. No, but like it's I like got the notification and I had to like put the phone down for a second and like reassess everything about me. I'm like, how much have I had here before?
Yeah, literally.
Like it wasn't even like the next status. It's lifetime.
That's incredible.
I'm a lifetime. Like I will never get rid of this
That
status
is a lifetime
now,
achievement.
which I don't even know what I get from it. But
Is that, I wonder how, is that like number of orders, dollars spent? What threshold do we have to cross?
I don't know, and I'm so scared to know. Like if there was ever a report done on like how much money I've spent on Taco Bell, which actually probably not that much because it is cheap.
It's so cheap, yeah.
But rather how many orders I've done. Don't want to know.
Scary stuff.
But I didn't discover it until I was 20.
Right, so there can only be so many.
There can only be so many, but also begs the question, why have I reached that status in that
So
amount of
soon.
time? So I need to like literally like go see a doctor about it.
No, I love it. I'm proud of you.
Thank you.
I think that should go on the resume, the LinkedIn.
Yeah, lifetime fire member.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Not everyone can say that.
Yeah.
I have also the Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
So good.
Insane. I just feel like everything from there tastes like, you know, it's not real. In the best way. Like I'm like, if I as a child, if I could like pick a made up food, like that's how it would look and taste.
Mm-hmm.
And we are living in that reality.
Yeah, how do they make it that color?
No, like it's not
Scary.
right.
A little scary.
Yeah.
Wait, that reminded me. So my university where I went to school, U of I, we at one of the bars called Joe's, they called them Baja Blasts, I think. Yeah, Baja Blasts. And it was the same color and like flavor as the Taco Bell one, but it was like obviously like it was like an energy drink mixed with vodka.
Classic.
Would get you off your rocker, obviously. Yeah. And I was drinking that like it was my job.
No, me too. For some reason, I was very much like doing like vodka Red Bulls constantly in college.
I like put myself through it in college. I don't know why.
How we are still here alive to tell the tale is beyond me.
Well, that's why I was so scared I was gonna be hungover today, is because I had like a sip of wine yesterday, and now I'm at that age where I like even get a whiff, and I'm like, I will be.
Yeah, we're down and out for the next 2 days.
Yes, exactly. And my hangovers are just so bad now, and I think it's because I treated my liver so bad in college. Like we drank insane.
I know that was kind of the
like,
only.
Why
thing
would I
there
go
was
out
to
on
do.
a Monday? Why did we do that?
No, I feel like, and there were like different bars you would go to for different nights of the week that you knew had the deals and the vibes.
So we're out like 6 days a week.
It's
yes.
sick.
It was crazy.
It really was.
Like they used to have like dollar bombs, like what are they called? Jaeger bombs.
Mm-hmm.
And I would drink like 10 of those in a night, like more than 10, because they were $1.
Yeah.
Come in a little plastic cup.
We
Throw
had
it back.
a bar called Whiskey Jack's in Madison, and I can't remember which night of the week. I think maybe it was Thursdays. 25-cent rail drinks.
Stop.
Like, what the fuck?
Good thing I was not there, because that would be so bad for me.
It was so bad. Like, I don't even know how they could have been making a single profit.
They weren't, probably.
Yeah.
But also, that type of alcohol is like...
Right. Yeah, that's so true.
I remember we found out once, like, the bar cams at U of I think probably all of them, but, like, the tequila that they used was actually just vodka-flavored tequila.
Ew.
Or, like... Wait, I said that wrong.
Tequila-flavored vodka.
Tequila-flavored
Yeah.
vodka. Like it was not
I didn't even
actually
know that was an
tequila, and that's why it
option.
would hurt so much because it's not like it's chemicals, something's wrong.
Oh my God, that is insane.
Yeah.
That's like literally poison.
Yeah. Oh my God, did you like what was the vodka of choice like your freshman year at a frat party?
Burnett's was so bad.
Yes, that. Okay,
Yeah.
ours was Taka. You know
okay,
Taka?
no, I don't. I'm not familiar.
Okay, it was like Burnett's and Taka. And Taka is this one that, similar to Burnett's, they would have like the most insane flavors. It's like
right. Watermelon crush, like whatever the fuck.
Yes, it's like bright red and it's like
Yeah.
fruit punch explosion extreme or something crazy. Or like the ones where they would have like vanilla flavored vodka.
Oh, I
I'm
know.
This
We
is
drank
not
that
right.
kind of stuff a bunch in high school, and we would do something called, one of my friends invented this drink called the cake shake. So it was using like a
Portillo's
vanilla
vibe.
Yeah, literally. And then you'd like put it with ice cream.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Scary.
Really scary.
Yeah.
Also the amount of sugar, like of course your head hurts.
Yes. Well, I see, and that's why we have bad hangovers now. I think I like truly like my liver's like forgot how to function.
Oh, same,
like
I
it should be
know.
doing what it's supposed to and like filter the alcohol or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like
We're closed for business.
how I imagine my liver is like one of like some old bat smoking a cigarette. Like, oh, this one again. Like it's like, oh, here we go.
No, 100%. And like I feel for her.
Yeah, she
put in her time.
Yeah, like science should probably study my liver when I donate it.
Seriously. They'll be appalled at what they see.
Yeah, I don't want to know.
Well, and it's hard because like at my big age of 28, I still love to drink. So, but I can't keep up quite how I used to.
Yes.
But I feel like I have it in my brain that like I am wired for this.
Yeah.
I love to brag about it.
Yeah. Not new to this. I'm true to
Which is
this.
so Midwestern, but yeah. And then sometimes I feel like my body is like, you can't be boasting like this, girl.
No.
We need to take a rest.
Be humble. Know our limits.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Okay, well, how about your bad?
Okay, let me get it out because I want to make sure I'm not doing bad and ugly mixed up. Like whichever one's worse, I think.
Yeah.
The way Tinder like opened up right away. I'm like, how did that even happen?
Whoops, slip of the finger.
Okay. I think my bad is gonna be the plain one.
Okay, yes.
I think the whole thing is just plain etiquette.
Yeah.
But more specifically, what I can pinpoint it to is when the plane lands, the seatbelt sign goes off, instant people are standing up and in
Everyone's
the
up.
aisle. I don't know what comes over me. Like I'm generally like a bubbly, happy, positive person.
Yeah.
I start the flight great. Like I'm a great person.
Yeah.
The second that happens,
Out for blood.
I turn into like the red emoji from Inside Out. I like anger. I'm like steams out my ears. I'm like, I don't know why. I'm like, sit down.
Yeah.
Unless you have a connecting flight, which how am I supposed to know you have a connecting flight?
I know.
Why are you up?
I know.
My legs hurt too. I want to stretch them out, but I'm gonna wait my turn.
We're doing the polite thing.
It's fine if it's people in front of me. It's when people who are behind me like cut me.
I know.
I'm like,
No, literally, we're doing this line by line, girls. Wait your turn.
Yes.
We know the rules. We're all grown adults here.
Well, that's the thing. I don't think people know the rules. I think we need
fair.
like a plain etiquette class globally that's taught to everyone when they're like age 6 or something.
No, that's so real. I also feel like maybe ahead of we do the safety measures, but then after that we give instructions for how to exit the plane.
Yes.
That's
or
what
just
we
like,
need.
oh God, it drives me nuts.
I know.
I have so many like rules that are probably just rules in my head, but that I think everyone should follow. So
I
then of course
completely
when they
agree.
don't, I'm like, I'm mad, irrationally mad at these people.
No, I feel like it's so easy to. That is actually the situation where I feel like I get the angriest at a complete stranger because I'm like, we have been sharing this space. This is like we're all packed in here like sardines.
I thought we had something, girl.
No, right.
I thought we had a moment.
You're betraying me.
Yeah.
I know. And it really just feels like, okay, we were all on the same team,
Yes.
but clearly you're only out for blood for yourself.
Yes.
You're in this for you and nobody else. This is a team sport.
This is a team sport. I'm just like, why do you think you should get off the plane before me?
I know.
Again, unless you have a connection, then I can understand it, which is crazy. I had a coworker once tell me that like, because sometimes the flight attendant people will announce it like, we've got some people that are trying to get to Dallas, whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
let them off the plane first. And one of my coworkers was like, sometimes I pretend that I'm on the connecting flight just to get off earlier. And I'm
Terrible.
like, you're sinister for that. I'm like, but also
Seriously.
like, Smart.
No, good
Why
for
didn't
you.
I think of that?
I know.
Sorry, I'm just being a rule follower in my
I know. I'm a rule follower for sure when it comes to things like public transit.
Yes.
Any form of travel in that way, I'm a rule follower.
Right.
I don't want to piss anybody off.
Mm-hmm.
I certainly don't want to be publicly ridiculed.
No,
that's my worst nightmare.
Yeah, someone's like secretly taking a video of me. No, absolutely not.
Literally.
I look at the camera
so often now.
It does. Are you a middle, aisle, or window?
I think
Please don't say
middle. I think I used to be window.
Okay.
Depends on the length of the flight.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like if it is a longer flight, I'm actually gravitating now towards aisle in case I have to use the restroom.
Yep.
But I also am the type to dehydrate myself before a flight in order to not have to go.
Yes, absolutely. No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I see you. No, I think I've always been aisle.
Yeah.
Because I used to be claustrophobic.
Okay, that's so
But
fair.
not like debilitating. I just like didn't like being in small spaces.
It is uncomfortable, yeah.
Which that's... Oh my God.
Siri,
you crazy girl.
You crazy girl.
She wants in. No, but I just like the small space. That's also probably why I don't like flying.
Yeah.
It's just like I'm trapped.
Oh, I know.
But I just like aisle because I'm not that tall, but I have like longer legs, so I just like to like
feel that. It's nice to stretch them out.
Kick, and if I want to like get up and walk around, I can, and I don't.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to inconvenience someone, so that's why.
Same.
Like if I'm in the middle, I will not ask to get up unless they get up.
Yeah, same.
And you have to, this is again, put it in the etiquette book because like if you're in the middle seat and the person next to you, like in the aisle or anyone in your row is getting up,
that's your opportunity.
Let's all get up. Yeah, that is your opportunity. Matter of fact, come with me to the bathroom. Let's all go. Because I don't want to have to get,
certainly not a second time.
No. And then I get mad again. I'm like,
totally.
Why did you not pee when you could have?
Yeah, now we're sworn enemies. You ruined this for all of us. Our relationship is crumbling.
Unbuckle and just stand up.
Well, and it's like, okay, at this point, I probably have like 5 different electronics on my lap. Maybe my jacket laid out over me like a blanket.
God, yes.
Like there are...
I'm sipping my ginger ale, and now I have to put it up. No.
Like, that's going to be a 10-minute ordeal. You might as well sit back down until I'm good and ready.
Right. It's too much.
I know.
And that's why I used to love... I love window when I, like, have the time for it. But, like, I don't like being trapped like that. I don't ever want to ask someone to get up.
Yeah. Window is fun if you know everybody in your aisle. If you know everyone that you're sitting by, window's fun. Yeah.
You get to look out. Yeah. Look at the stuff.
And I feel like window is definitely the best if you're trying to go to sleep, obviously. Because then you have a place to rest your sweet little head. But otherwise, I hate when I'm on a plane and my head starts to bob. Oh my God, there's nothing worse or more embarrassing. I'm like, I'm that fucking girl right now.
Oh my God, I hate that. Is like triggering.
It's so bad.
And what is it about that, like, bobbing that's like, why can't I control it?
I know.
Because
I'm like equal parts embarrassed and mad at myself. I'm like, get it together.
It's like, wake up. That used to happen to me in school all the time.
Yeah.
And I would like literally be like trying to open my eyes so wide to be like, go. And they would not. And I would just keep closing them.
Oh my God, I know. It's so bad. And then I'm like, okay, I'm scared. Is my mouth open? What else is happening to me that I am not aware of?
Too much. The other thing about flying, more about it. I have a rule in my head with like the armrests because the middle seat sucks.
No, like let's talk about it.
If you are in the middle seat,
those are yours.
Those are yours.
I agree.
This completely. Is like this needs to be written down for people to read.
Yeah.
If you're on the aisle, you get that one.
Yeah.
You're the window, you've got this whole side
you have
of the plane.
all these other perks.
The middle person needs these.
They need it.
Yeah.
So bad. That's the one thing that they get.
Yeah. Oh gosh, it drives me nuts.
Me too.
What is it about?
I know. And it does kind of seem like, okay, enough people know about these rules.
Right.
Why isn't it widely spread?
Mm-hmm.
We should all be under the same guise when entering this plane.
Yes.
Maybe it needs to be like stamped on everybody's forehead before you sit down.
Yeah, or like put it in the safety video that they play.
Yeah.
And like everyone's watching that, just put it in there too.
No,
bake it
seriously.
in a little bit.
I know. Flying is it's one of those things too where I just feel like everybody's like worst version of themselves comes out.
Yes. Unfortunately me.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm guilty. Guilty as charged.
I start good. I leave the plane pissed. Mad
For
as
me,
hell.
it's honestly the second that I step into TSA. Like as soon as the security
Honestly,
is screaming at me, it's over. It's over.
And also, can they like make up their mind about the rules? I swear it always changes.
And why can't every airport is a little bit different? I'm like, that's not fair.
Yeah, I'm like, you are a nationwide agency.
Yeah.
You should have the same rules everywhere.
I completely agree.
Sometimes you gotta put it in the bin. Sometimes no bin.
Are you TSA?
Pre-check? Yes, now I am. There was an era beforehand, which is when the rules were the craziest because like sometimes the shoes don't have to come off. Sometimes the laptop comes out. Sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
And it was just too much back and forth. Now I'm pre-check. Love it. It
I
has saved
kind
my
of was
life.
like, okay, pre-check is literally the best kept secret. And I feel like people do know about it, but like, what the fuck? It's already $80. You get this for 5 years.
So long.
It is so worth it.
Yeah.
I love it. There is no way I would ever not be pre-check.
Right. What's clearer? I don't even know what that is, but I feel like it's something I'm not allowed to have.
I keep kind of seeing that it's not maybe also
that great.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because I think it has to do with facial recognition, which I feel like down the line that probably will be the move.
Yeah.
But maybe we're just not quite there yet. But I've been seeing things on TikTok, of course, my major source of news.
It's the only place.
That it's like not like the lines are crazy. The clear stations don't always work.
Interesting.
A little bit dysfunctional.
So let's just stay with our pre-check.
Yeah. I do feel like I don't think I travel out of the United States enough, but like I think the most glamorous is like the global entry. Like that is so glamorous.
Yes. Okay, so what's that then? You just get to go to whatever country pre-check vibes?
Like it's like basically TSA pre-check you only get in the US. But global entry I think is essentially the exact same thing, but for literally any country participating.
Oh, that would be so nice. Yeah, I'm not really leaving the country much.
I know. Perhaps we should start.
Book the flight.
Yeah.
I'm so bad at like going on vacation.
I know. Same.
I have 3.5 weeks of vacation built up at work right now.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
What is wrong with me?
I think I only get like 3.5
drinking the corporate
total.
Kool-Aid. I just can't stop working.
Seriously?
No, but I it's mostly because I'm like lazy and I don't plan a trip, and then I'm like, I should really take a trip, and then I don't for another few months.
I feel like I'm good at using my PTO, but my schedule just is so full that I'm like, I'm not using, it's not like the things I'm doing aren't fun, but it's rarely for just like a trip for me.
Yeah.
It's like I have weddings or holidays or like, I don't know, there's always some sort of commitment that I've made. But
for sure.
I love taking PTO.
I need to be better at it.
Yeah.
Clearly, I just have so much built up. I am taking one the Monday after Thanksgiving though. Long weekend vibes. Because we get the Friday off, thank God.
Yeah, so
I just realized someone was telling me they don't have that off.
No, that sounds bad.
Why would you have to go back to work on a Friday?
One day.
Makes don't ever break up the week like that.
No.
Just give the day.
I know.
Corporate America, come on.
I want a 4-day work week so unbelievably bad, and I know that is so unbelievably unique to me. But yes. I'm like seeing all of those like little news stories about other countries that are testing this, and I'm like,
how it
the
works
US
well.
would never. The US would never.
Never. They would never.
No.
We are just too ingrained in it.
I know, it's so bad.
And even if we did, my line of work would be like the last company to do it because we're professional services. So like we're not. Right.
That's so fair.
We are at the whim of the client at all times. So like.
Honestly, same with agencies. Yeah.
Yeah.
And social media never stops.
No sleep for the wicked.
Seriously. Okay. How about your ugly?
Okay. My ugly is, I don't know how to describe it besides TikTok term that I learned.
Yeah.
Which is weaponized incompetence.
Okay, yes.
You know what I'm talking about?
That is ugly.
Ugly. But
completely heinous.
My version of it that I've dealt with in my life is people, whether personal or at work, will ask stupid questions.
Yeah.
Things. I know people say there's no stupid questions. There are.
No, there are actually so many.
1,000% stupid questions.
Yeah.
People will ask me things that they could Google, and they treat me like a Google.
Yeah.
And then I just look it up for them. I'm like, here. And I don't know why. It's like another thing that just like sets me off. And now I'm in a bad mood because I had to do this for you.
I feel the exact same. And I do feel like that comes out the most at work. And something that one of my managers taught me is like, if anybody's asking her a dumb question, she would always be like, what have you tried? What have you already tried to get your answer? Yeah. And it's like, oh, if the answer is nothing, well, how about you pull up the Google on your phone?
Yep. Exactly.
I'll supervise.
Right. Oh my God. It just drives me nuts. One of my best friends, this is the type B person too. Yes. So of course it makes sense that she's doing this, but like she will literally be like, what's that one song that goes like this? And I'm like, what? Like, and she will like type the lyrics out, and I'm like,
I am not Shazam, girl.
I'm not Shazam, and I'm not Google either. You could easily look this up. She's like, what's like your birthstone? I'm like, well, you know when I'm born, and you can look that up as well. Yeah. I'm just like, huh? I think she just wants to talk, so I'm like, okay, I guess we'll talk. But like, sometimes I'm not in the mood for it.
Like that, sometimes I will fall victim to that as well. Of like, I will all of a sudden be asking the dumbest questions. Yeah. And it's just like, I want to chat.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out something about
you.
Sorry,
I'm making conversation.
Yeah. But I feel like, especially if it's like, somebody that I'm comfortable with or that I know, and it's like, I don't know why I'm feigning stupid right now.
Yeah. You just got to like play it down a little bit. Yeah. Never let them know your true intelligence.
Seriously. Well, it is so funny too, because I think that I wish that I knew to do that honestly a little bit more upon joining the workforce.
Same.
Because I do see other people sometimes now, like I have a friend who just like changed jobs, and she was like, I'm gonna play dumb for as long as I can. Like, I do not need these people to give me more work. I don't want more anything.
That's the trick, I guess. Yeah.
But it can be used for good, and it can be used for evil.
Yeah, truly for evil. Yeah. Well, because I always see it on TikTok of like wives being like, my husband using it against me, like, where's the
my
thing?
dad of a husband.
Yeah.
Honestly, love my dad so much, but he does that to my mom all the fucking time. Like, this man does not know where a single thing is in the house. He'll literally be like, have the fridge open, and he'll be like, where's the milk? Mom's like, well, if you looked for 2 seconds.
Yep. You know what my mom says? She always says, did you look with your mom eyes? If I can't find it.
Wait, that's so good.
Because I'll be like, Mom, where's this? She's like, did you look with your mom eyes?
That is so good.
As if I can like put on these goggles.
She needs to trademark that. Seriously.
She does.
I love it.
I'm like, Shark Tank?
Oh,
come on.
Seriously.
Is that something?
Yeah.
I'm like, wait, guys, is this something?
Mark Cuban, hello.
Hello. You can have 25%.
No, right. That's it.
That's it. No more.
Were you a Shark Tank fan?
No, not really. I would watch random episodes because like I'd be at someone's house in college, and they would just, because they were big fans, so they'd put it on. But no, not that. I
wish I watched it more, to be honest. It's fascinating what people come up with these days. It is.
But then I'll just get sad when they don't get the deal.
I know, it is always like, a bummer.
Oh. Yeah. But I do love, more than Shark Tank, is the Shark Tank like success stories of like they didn't get it, like
right, and then they showed them.
What's the big one? Sponge Daddy.
Yeah,
like they like did not get the deal, and now they're like one of the biggest sponge brands in the nation. I love that.
No,
like,
right.
Yes,
you really showed them, girl.
You showed them.
I love it. I know. Well, and it's so funny because I feel like half the shit I'm like, do we need this? Like, it'll be like skirts for dogs or like whatever the fuck. I'm like, that's so crazy.
Yeah, some of them are like, what are you doing?
I know. Endlessly entertaining them.
But also some people are so creative.
I know.
I don't think I have
I've never
an entrepreneur bone in my body.
Me neither.
Even if I wanted to, I could not.
I know. I love spending money, but I really don't care to be making it.
Yeah. I always like thought a dream job would be like opening my own cafe or restaurant, which I think I would like that.
Yeah. I feel like that was such the dream back then.
So much work.
I know.
Like you have to do it all.
Well, and I'm kind of like, having employees sounds like hell.
Oh my God, yeah. I don't ever want to be someone's boss.
No.
I'm like getting to the point in my career where I'm like about to maybe be manager, and I'm like, someone underneath me, no thank you.
I know. I manage people now, and I'm like, I want to be your friend. Yeah, it's so hard for me to like balance. I'm bad at that.
Same.
It's impossible. And we're all like the same age, so I'm like, I literally have no business
telling you what to do. Yeah. Who am I to tell you what to do?
No, like
they're like, you're my boss. I'm like, no.
That can't be true.
Truly, that can't be right.
I know. Well, and it's so funny. I saw I think it was a tweet or TikTok about this, but like, I am 28 years old. I have technically been in the workforce for like 5-6 years now. But somehow in my brain, I'm like, someone will like give me a new task or ask me to do something, and I'm like, you want me to do that? I just got here.
I just woke up. I cannot do that.
I'm brand new.
I am brand new.
What the fuck are you talking about? And then I have to think about it, and I'm like, wait, I guess I can do that.
That's so real. Well, and then I'll meet like a new joiner, and I'm like, I also just started. I'm like, wait, no, I didn't.
Yeah.
Or they're like, when did you graduate? I'm like, don't ask me that.
I know.
I don't want to go down that.
I'm not proud to say.
I'm not proud to say, and I don't want to go down that road.
I do feel like it was because of the pandemic, though. Like, in my heart and soul, I still feel like I'm 26.
Yes. Absolutely.
So I don't know if I'll ever get those 2 years back.
No, I feel 23 forever.
Yeah.
It's
Crazy.
real. Pandemic ruined everything.
I know.
I used to be fun.
Seriously.
I think I'm fun, but
what happened to the old us?
I used to be like, I just like something switched.
Yeah.
I like extrovert, introvert.
Yeah.
Going out, staying in. But maybe that's just growing up. I don't know. But like,
I'm sure it's a little bit of both.
A little bit of both.
I feel so torn on that because part of like moving to Chicago, I have so many more plans. I have so many more friends, which is so fucking fun.
Yeah.
But my FOMO is so real. So I have a very hard time getting myself to stay in the house.
Yes.
When
same.
I need to rest. And
Yeah.
I feel like I can sense that like my batteries are draining a little bit more fast than they used to be, a little bit more frequently. But I love being around people. So it's so hard to just like, okay,
Right.
what is the right balance to strike? I don't know.
Yeah. I haven't quite learned that skill yet either.
No.
For example, today I'm like, we're going to be here at 11 a.m., which is essentially 8 a.m. in my mind.
yeah, no, same.
And then I have like a bar crawl birthday thing later and then a
Classic.
Halloween party at night. And I'm like,
You're booked and busy.
I'm fully going to shut down soon. And I'm not going to be ready for it, but it's just going to happen.
I know. And I feel like this October was like stacked.
Yes.
I think I've been busy since October 1st.
Absolutely.
No rest for the wicked.
No, it doesn't even feel like November, but I guess it is.
I know.
Because Halloween is never ending, apparently.
I know. It really is crazy. Well, and I feel like also the weather is just tricking me so much. Like, how is this November?
Right?
This feels like maybe September at most.
Last year, this time it was snowing, I remember.
Yeah.
Like when we went to the Rocky Horror thing last year.
Yeah.
I remember it snowing and like having to run to the theater because I was so cold.
Yeah.
And then it was like 80 degrees and 2 nights ago, whenever that was. And I was wearing like 5 layers of clothes for the outfit. And I was like, fuck.
I know, Brad and his layers. He kind of fucked us over. Who knew it would be 70 degrees?
I kind of ate that up.
No, you looked so good.
So it's the only character I can do because like I'm
fair.
a boring white guy. So perfect.
Well, and it was so, the glasses, it was so good.
Yes.
Everything.
But I do want to try like full Tim Curry,
Yeah.
dressed up like in the wig,
Yeah.
the makeup.
I want to do
Didn't
the
Dante
makeup.
do that once? I think he might have.
I'm sure. Dante loves
the white makeup.
Yes.
Yes.
I really want to do that. I feel like I
Yes.
see it all over my Pinterest and I'm like, that I need to execute that one of these years.
And it's like a fun outfit too. They're like in the boas, which don't they
I
have
brought
a
the
boa?
boa,
And
yeah.
you had the boa.
Yeah. So I definitely need to bring that out. But I like, makeup is not my strong suit.
Same.
It's
like,
hard.
why would I be good at that? But
Like I don't know, the artistry, these girls, like they are performing true magic on their faces. And I can't even like make winged eyeliner like right on both eyes.
it's hard. I remember trying to do my friend's makeup once.
Yeah.
And I tried to do the wing and I'm like,
Oh my
first of all,
God.
I'm shaking.
Yeah, no, literally.
I could never be a surgeon. I do not have a steady hand. With all the caffeine I drink, no,
Right.
I'm shaking at all times. I'm like a chihuahua. I'm like shaking.
Got a little buzz going.
Got a little buzz at all times. Yeah, and I would try to do their makeup, and they would look like, I don't know, jigsaw, like something crazy. Like they would not look right.
Well, I love makeup. Like I love all girly things. I really do. I love getting dressed, but I just like, I have like one go-to look. I don't really switch it up. I'm not an eyeshadow girl, which I feel like is where you can be the most versatile.
Some people do great things with eyeshadow.
Oh my gosh.
Like the blending and everything. I'm
Wizardry.
like, whoa, that's so cool.
When I started, literally, I'm like, hey, it looks like I got punched in the face, like black eye.
And you're like, I'm going for a smoky
Yeah.
look, black eye.
Okay, is that girl okay?
That would be me. That would be me if I was doing makeup.
Well, and then I feel like the like Rocky Horror white, it's like fully like that's like that has to be face paint.
Yeah, you need like white paint
Yeah,
at that point. That's not like,
we're making
I
a
don't know
stop to
what that
Party
is.
City.
yeah, we're going to Party City, girl. We're getting the boas, we're getting the face paint,
Seriously.
we're doing it all.
But it is so fun. What I need to do for Rocky Horror next year is like I need to practice the moves first. I never
The time warp?
Yeah,
Oh.
well, everything. Like I'm always
Okay,
a little
yeah.
bit late with my props.
Yeah. Oh, yes. I
Yeah.
didn't do the goodie bag this year, but
Okay.
yeah, you have to like know, you have to be ready, knowing
I'm
when it's
always
coming.
late. I'm like the last girl, like pulling
Doing
her
the popper,
Yeah.
You're like chucking the toilet paper roll when like there's no more in the air. You're like, my turn. Oh my God, one of those like almost docked me in the face.
Well, that is the one
the other day
that
or
I'm always
whatever.
like, this is actually low key dangerous.
Yeah, it is. The people are like pelting them, throwing them backwards, like, good luck, like, figure it out.
Give it a kiss.
Yeah.
Yeah. See you later.
Or even the cards. Those can be sharp, those little cards.
And like those paper plates. I'm like, I don't even know how to throw this.
You can't.
Oh.
You can't throw it. Oh.
So fun, though.
I like when people, do you think, because did you go the year before?
No, I actually had tickets the year before, but then I ended up having to travel for work. So,
okay, I wish you got to compare last year versus this year. It felt like this year people were yelling out too much.
I kind of thought so too.
Like I couldn't even hear the movie at some point.
I know. Well, and there was somebody literally sitting directly behind me who was yelling out every word.
They weren't with us, right?
No.
Okay, I was like, who is that?
Which I was kind of like, love the energy.
Yeah.
But why don't you sit up front with all the other people who are shouting?
Right. Maybe they do. Maybe they like spread them out. Maybe they're like part of like
that's true.
The regulars at the theater to like make the experience fun.
Yeah.
I don't know. His I liked his. They were again a lot.
Yeah.
The people in the front though.
I know. Well, I was also like, everyone's saying different stuff.
I'm just like, keep it short and sweet.
I know.
Everyone's saying different stuff and I can't hear.
Yeah.
I like actually I just wish I had like an earphone of like what everyone was saying.
No,
so
seriously.
I'm like, okay, now I can laugh.
Right.
Sometimes I was just hearing like things and I'm like,
just general yelling.
I bet it's funny, but I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, I can't laugh.
Yeah.
Can't give it to you for free.
Yeah. No.
I know. Rocky Horror is just like, I hadn't gone until we moved here, and I went like 2 years ago for my first time, and it was so fucking fun. I was like, I have to do this every year. It's the best. What a fun.
It's so fun. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. I need to watch it sometime just like
by
regular.
itself. Yes. My intro to Rocky Horror was, of course, Glee.
Love.
Did you ever watch Glee?
My parents were big Glee heads. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I was a big Glee because my 6th grade math teacher, her son came up with the idea.
Oh my God.
Yeah. His name's Ian Brennan.
Okay.
If you ever see him in the credits, he still writes with Ryan Murphy on a lot of things. Like they're
so
like partners.
Cool. Local celebrity.
And the lore is that he wrote it when he was in college based off his experience like from my high school.
Wait, that's
and
crazy.
I'm like, wait, that's fun because it takes place in Ohio. It's like a Midwestern Glee club, and I'm like, I like to think that it was my school that like it's based on, even though we were not out here like throwing slushies at people ever. Like,
sure.
I mean, also he was a lot older than me, so like, who knows what the culture of high school was?
So true.
Between. Maybe they were bullies back then.
Generational differences.
Yeah. Because I feel like my high school years were very goody two shoes.
Okay.
My whole school, not just my grade, like everyone was like,
interesting.
We did what we were good girls.
Yeah. Good girls.
But that was my intro to Glee because like she was like, my son has this show on Fox.
That is so cool.
But we were 12 at the time and Glee is a little inappropriate at times. And she was like, you guys shouldn't watch it. And
Which of course makes you want to watch it more.
Of course. So then I would come to class and be like, did you watch last night's episode? And like, there's definitely like sex scenes or something crazy. And she's like, you watched that?
La 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 la.
She's like, let's talk after class. Like we would like, she's like, we can't do this in front of everyone else.
Here.
So then we would talk after about like the episode.
Funny.
So that was my intro to Glee. And then they did a Rocky Horror episode.
Yep.
And I was like, what is this film?
Right.
You know, when you're young and like you really cling on to something.
Yeah.
I was like full like heart eyes, like, oh, what is this? So my mom, I remember she rented it for me on when you used to do Netflix in the mail. Do you remember this? Like, you'd like get a disc in the mail from Netflix.
Yeah, or they had like the Netflix like booths where you could go and rent. Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So we got Rocky Horror, and then we on a Midwestern road trip, like a long one, we had like one of those like portable DVD players.
A classic.
And I watched it like in the backseat of the minivan.
Oh my God, love.
Definitely should not have been watching that film though. Like after like rewatching it now as an adult, I'm like, whoa.
No, I kind of, it's so funny though, your brain doesn't pick up on it.
I didn't pick up on it, or like I was picking up on it in a way that was like, this is forming my personality and it's actually good.
Well, you turned out amazing.
Yeah, that was like intro. Thanks to Rocky Horror.
And I owe it all.
Yeah, but that was like intro to like queer culture almost in a way.
Yeah, no, totally.
Like Glee plus that. I was like getting all of it.
I love that. No, Glee was such an eye-opening. Glee was so amazing, iconic, funny. I feel like it really shaped the generation.
So funny.
It's so funny.
I love Sue Sylvester.
I know,
I love
that
Santana's
woman.
reads. I love it.
Yeah. And like Rocky Horror, I just think it is something that I need to like go back to and just like, I feel like I get the general premise of this story.
It is a little like, what's going on?
No, it's so crazy. Like it makes me feel like I'm on drugs in the best way.
Yeah. What's crazy is that was 1975.
I know.
Like
way
ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Talking about like transvestites,
Right.
which is not even the word we use anymore, but like still.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yeah.
And like it was just so ahead of its time.
Yeah.
Great music.
I know. Right.
It's
Those
gonna
are
be, oh my God,
instant
next year
classic.
will be 50 years.
That is so crazy.
I bet they're gonna do like a celebration or something.
Okay, so we have to get our tickets early.
We do. 50 years of Rocky. Wow.
I'm sad that they didn't do the costume contest this year, though.
I know. I looked better this year than last year.
Yeah, seriously. Well, because I feel like in place of that, they just like did like the people with the black V.
Yeah.
And just called those folks up to the stage.
Which those people struggled.
I know they
One
really
girl was
did.
good, but I was like,
this is the one time of your life
Get
you're going to be
into
asked
it.
to like make a sex noise in front of a room full of hundreds of people.
who
So
are like, don't care and are supportive.
yes.
Like this is a safe
Go
space.
all out.
This Music Box Theater is a safe space.
Seriously.
Yeah.
But wishing them nothing.
But
the
also, if I was
best.
up there, I'd be like, meep. Like
Yeah.
I would be like so scared.
Stage fright.
Yeah, stage fright. Oops.
Like we'd black out, like how we say.
Fully, and then I would
Yeah.
get back to our row, and everyone would like, what? They'd be like, "What did you just do?" I'm like, I don't know. Don't know.
That's none of our business. Black it out. Just pretend. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, my last question for you.
Oh my gosh.
Is your hater mode activated today?
Hater mode. Honestly, no.
Okay.
My guard's down. Weapons are down today.
Love.
You
I've created a safe environment.
created a safe environment that I'm about to go out into the world and be like,
Feeling
spread
amazing.
love.
Love
I'm
and
not
joy.
I'm not a hater today.
We got all of our complaining
Most
done on the
days
pod.
a little bit, but like
Yeah.
today I'm safe.
I'm kind of feeling that way too.
How about you? Yeah.
I woke up this morning on the right side of the bed.
Mm-hmm.
I was also thankful to not be hungover.
Yes.
It's always,
Changes
you
things.
never know. You know, you wake up and you're like, okay, pray. Let's just see. Crack my eyes open. Okay, we're feeling all right today.
But sometimes it's a trap.
No,
You
seriously.
think you're good, and then you get up.
It's like as soon as you stand up and it's like things could not be worse. Your world is crumbling to bits around you.
Yeah. Or it hits at like noon, and you're like, what? Where did this
Right.
come from?
Like turns out I was probably just a little drunk in the morning or something.
Yep. Always the tea.
So, but I'm feeling good. I'm excited for my murder mystery party.
Yes, that'll be so fun.
I hope. I'm curious to see. I feel like maybe because James was the murderer last year, I won't be because I'm too
never know.
adjacent. But you
never
never know.
Or they could pull a fast one and make him the murderer again.
Right.
'Cause no one's suspecting
No
that.
one's suspecting that.
He's
Yeah.
a repeat offender.
Seriously. But I do need to do, I might try to sneak in one more episode of Survivor
Ooh,
just
yes.
to like do a little bit of research.
You have to.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How far are you into this Mike White season?
We really only watched one episode
Okay.
yesterday. So like we are brand spanking new.
Oh, it's going to get so
it's like
good.
the like
Just you
David and
wait.
Goliath
Yes.
season. So crazy. The way that they really pin these people against each other.
Also, if you go back to old Survivor seasons, the themes used to be so out of pocket crazy. Like they did one where it was like white people versus black people versus Asian people.
Oh my God.
Like they did like a full like tribe based on race. And I'm like, what?
You cannot do that.
What were you thinking, y'all, doing
well, and
that?
that's what happens when you have a show that's been running for literally like 43 seasons.
Right. Yeah, I think that was
Crazy.
like late 2000s is when that happened.
And that actually adds up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, like that shit's crazy. Well,
Crazy.
and Aubrey was telling me that it actually used to kind of have like religious undertones of like people would like all like the tribes would pray together and like do.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah, there was that.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just, do you ever watch Big Brother?
No.
Okay. It's like
I feel like they're very similar.
similar.
I just learned that Big Brother, you can literally watch them whenever you want. Like
It's
the cameras are
crazy.
rolling 24 hours a day, 7
That's why
days
they
a week.
call it Big Brother.
That's insane.
It's so crazy. It like
I think
it's
I would
more access
lose
to people
my
than
mind.
anyone should ever need.
I completely agree.
Well, no, and that's why people do lose their mind in the house because they're like, "Wait, I'm being watched."
And they're there for so long, isn't it? Like 3 months.
If you make it to the end, yeah,
That is 3 months too long.
yeah, and like there's multiple days of the week where they can't even go outside because like they're building the like competition set in the backyard, so they're just like trapped inside a house with no light.
Horrible.
Horrible.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't last a day. I'm not cut out for reality TV. I'm really not.
I like to think I am, but I'm probably not.
I just
Survivor
know
would
that I
break
would
me.
crack under pressure.
Survivor would actually break me.
Yeah.
Now I feel like they're better. They supply people with the things on Survivor
Yeah.
a little bit more than they used to. Like they will give you food so you don't die.
Yeah.
But like early seasons, these girls were busted. Like they were sleeping in bad conditions because
Oh
they
my
used to
God.
rotate different locations.
Yeah. It
Now
wasn't
they're
always
all in Fiji.
Yeah.
But like there was one season, I think it's like season 2 or 3 or something. It's like they're in Africa and it's like blistering hot heat. There's like
Right.
they're getting
Like, that's
attacked
not
by mosquitoes. Like no, they were like living like savages.
Yeah.
And it was
That's
crazy.
so crazy.
Like on this like stranded island.
Well, and I know, okay, the only part about Survivor that I think I would be good at is maybe the mind games, but I cannot
puzzle,
start
yeah.
a fire. I can't build a shelter.
Nope.
I can't barely do an obstacle course.
But you'd probably be good for this like social aspect.
Yeah.
Like you would talk your way to the end.
I could fuck some people up for sure, but
Yes.
I know. It is fascinating though. Like I'm like, these are such human experiments.
They really are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so crazy.
It is wild.
Well, and then I love that Jeff Probst or whatever, he's so into it.
Yeah.
He is
It's his
there
whole
for
life.
the game.
Because they film like 2 to 3 seasons in a calendar year. So he's just like always on this island.
He must live there full time, right? I would assume.
I don't know. Like, yeah, do they have like houses for the
Right.
production?
Because I assume he just
They have
shows
to.
up, gives them their little challenges, and then he
does
gets to go sleep in
Come
his
on in, guys.
nice bed.
That's
yeah.
his like classic line.
Yeah. He's so funny too because I'm like, what a crazy legacy to leave behind.
Yeah,
Survivor.
for real. For like all 20 or 40 some seasons,
I know.
20 years.
He's committed to the bit.
Yeah. It's same thing with Big Brother with Julie Chen. She's the host.
Okay.
And she has been since the beginning.
How long has that been running?
Since 2000.
Okay.
Same amount of time. I think they started right
That's
around the same
crazy.
time. Yeah.
Crazy.
It's
Well,
so
because is
crazy.
Big Brother one of the ones where like it's usually now people from other reality TV shows or
No.
okay.
That's like the challenge.
Yeah, okay.
People
okay.
will go from Big Brother now onto the challenge.
Okay, yes.
Because the challenge used to only be like real world.
Yeah.
And then they started being like, we need to get some
Open
other
it
people in
up.
here. So they started
Yeah.
bringing in Big Brother, Survivor, Love Island people.
Yeah.
I watch too much reality
I
TV.
love
I'm like, why do I
it.
know all this?
You're so knowledgeable.
Yeah, brain rot. I watch
You're
too
like
much
an
TV
encyclopedia.
Yeah.
No, I'm the same. I feel like I used to love reality TV a little bit more. I gravitate more towards like just like the messy. Like I loved Jersey Shore. I love Vanderpump Rules. I think
Yes.
that is like peak reality TV.
So good.
Also, the service industry is truly such the perfect place for a reality TV show
To capture the
because
drama.
It is drama.
There's always drama
Yeah.
in service industry.
Like yes, working in a restaurant is like that.
It is.
Yeah.
I never got to, but like I've heard the stories from my friends and it is crazy.
It's just craziness. So I feel like that one I loved.
one's
Obviously
real.
towards the end they were all rich and knew they were famous. So it's a little bit different, but like early reality TV was so fascinating. Like early Jersey Shore, like they like had jobs.
Like fake jobs
Yeah.
or whatever.
So funny.
Snooki like not wanting to go to work because she was so hungover.
Yeah, relatable.
And they're like, "You're fired." She's like, "What? No."
Shoot.
It's so real.
Yeah.
But I'm like, did they have to pay?
I know.
I don't know how that worked.
Me neither. Well, and I feel like the
Crazy.
first couple seasons, like, I genuinely feel like they didn't realize that they were actually going to be famous. It was just an opportunity to like be housed for a few months, and like, sure, we'll act crazy on
Let's
camera
just-
because we are.
Yeah. Go out every
Insane.
night.
Yeah, like they were like literally just blackout drunk on TV, and I was like, this is everything to me.
Yeah. Me, like 10 years old, being like, I want to go to Karma so bad.
Yes, literally.
And now it's
Yeah.
closed, so there goes that dream.
I know.
How dare they?
It's a bummer for us.
Well, and wasn't like the Jersey Shore like decimated by a hurricane a couple years ago?
So.
Tragic.
Yeah. Well, now they're all like married with kids, and I think a couple of them are Republican, which I guess
Vinny,
makes sense.
I saw that.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Ugh, rip.
I know.
Like, really, girl?
He really let me down with that one.
There's probably others, right?
You have to assume.
Yeah. Mike.
I feel like
Mike the Situation. You can't be named Mike the
Jersey-
Situation and not be a Republican.
yeah, no, it's truly Mike the Situation for Kamala.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't work.
He loves Mamala Kamala.
Well, thank you for joining me on
Oh my
this
God.
pod.
Thank you so much
This
for
is
having
so
me.
fun.
It's been a lifelong dream, honestly.
Yay. Well, come back anytime.
Oh,
I would
I'd
love to have
I'd
you.
love to.
Well, thank
It's
you
been
guys
so
for
fun.
listening. We'll be back with another episode next week. Bye.
Shout out. Bye.
And that's a wrap. I had fun. How about you? As always, thank you for living, laughing, loving, and most importantly, listening to my podcast. Want to stay in the loop? You can find us at Pessimistic at Best on Instagram, or if it's me you're looking for, that'll be at Sam Georgeson on all platforms. Don't forget to rate and review the show, and if bonus content is your thing, you can gain access to extra episodes by joining our Patreon. The link is in our show notes. And last but certainly not least, shout out to James for being the brains behind this operation. Couldn't do it without you, honey. Okay, see you next week.